Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. Lollapalooza week is here. And whether you're going or not, you follow Q101 on your socials to just feel like you're there. We get the money situation or maybe just you're at the work. But following along with us is just as fun as being there. And I really mean that. It's on our social media. Make sure you give us a follow everywhere. Our YouTube channel, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, everything will be there because Lollapalooza is here. And this is what it's going to sound like over 4 days.
Lollapalooza.
Oh, there ain't no rest for the wicked. Money don't grow on trees. And all the modern girls, shaking their ass tonight.
If you think you'll get away, I will prove you wrong. I'll take you all the way. Boy, just come along.
And when I'm back in Chicago, I feel
Can't wait for Korn. And listen, a lot of people hear that and they go, that's my band or that's the one I want to see at Lollapalooza. But there's a lot in, I guess I'll say, our universe, the Q101 universe, to see every day you're there. You know, you hear of the headliners, you might hear some of the pop bands, or Luke Combs, a country artist, you know, Olivia Rodrigo. But tomorrow, you've got my sister-in-law's favorite band, Alex Sucks, and I love them too. Alex Sucks, Half Alive, Role Model, Royal Otis, and Cage the Elephant's 6th Lollapalooza.
Isn't that crazy?
07, 09, 011, 14, 17. It's like every couple years. It's like an eclipse. The Cage the Elephant plays Lollapalooza.
And it's been 8 years since their last one.
Man, that'll be so awesome. As also a little bit of a precursor to a month from now when they open up for Oasis at Soldier Field. So that's going to be pretty amazing.
I love it.
Friday, Gigi Perez. You got Joe, who you just heard, back in Chicago. It's funny, we were talking off the air to our boss about, you know, we all have social media duties. We all are supposed to post certain things from Lollapalooza and certain angles, interviews, backstage, all that kind of stuff, and performances. Sometimes we get too excited on the performance of an artist, and we all want to film it, and then all 17 of us put up the same video. And Case asked our boss, saying, now, when Joe plays back in Chicago, I mean, come on now, whose duty is that? He said, everyone's. I want every angle. From the grass on the way up. I want somebody on top of the Sears Tower. I want someone in the lake. I want every angle with the sun setting hopefully perfectly on that day because Friday's supposed to be beautiful. So he'll be playing around dusk. So the sun coming over the Sears Tower with him playing that song, forget about it.
It's going to be gorgeous. Highlight of the summer.
You'll see a lot of videos of that one for sure. Bleachers, Wallows, and then Korn Friday night headlining. Saturday, Junior Varsity played Picnic in 2025 this year. They were so awesome. Domino David and Clairo.
Clairo, yes.
Clairo, damn it.
My girl. Oh, I love Clairo.
Clairo. Tell us about Clairo.
She's just a light on this dull, dark earth. What a woman.
She had the short bangs.
She does have the short
I know her.
bangs.
I know her.
Yep, that's your girl.
Kenzie, does she ever?
Yeah. Let's hold it together here, Chief. Then Lollapalooza on Sunday. Travis Barker's son, Landon Barker, performing. Remy Wolf, Dominic Fike, Phineas. Happy birthday, by the way, Billie Eilish's brother, Phineas. Which he probably doesn't like to be introed as that, but that's what you are. Sorry. You're Billie Eilish's brother. And he actually makes the same amount of money because he helped write all the songs with her. Then the Marias also performing. That's just some. So it's a big take when you think Lollapalooza and 33 years of Q101 with Lollapalooza. In a way, it's the same. A lot of the emerging artists, some artists that were big are coming back. It's the same thing it's always been. And a lot of people get, I guess, there's no good stuff anymore. Well, there is, and it's pretty incredible. Lollapalooza this year with Q101 and Brian and Kenzie. Now, something interesting happened as Case makes a great post on Facebook every year where he puts his head on the schedule.
With his big old face right where he wants to go.
His big noggin on the whole schedule of bands you can't miss. And it's a guide that I think people love because, again, you can get confused by some of the newer bands, and you do a great job of saying this band sounds like this band. You might like this band. And he does it all over the place. But he did get destroyed. I mean destroyed on Facebook yesterday. Actually, it was 2 days ago.
No, the comments just keep coming in. Time has become a flat circle for me.
They keep coming in because he said he put his head, his big noggin, by Olivia Rodrigo over Korn. Korn plays at 8:30 Friday night. Olivia Rodrigo plays at 8:40. So that's the rub that you have with Riot Fest with so many bands you want to see that a lot of times you can't get to all the bands. You can't get to see what you want. But I don't think Case wants to go see Korn. He wants to go see Olivia Rodrigo because he loves her. Or he's in love with her.
Because I love her.
Because you love her. Much like Claro.
Claro's a whole different ballgame.
Okay.
Oh, boy, that's a whole thing. And no disrespect to Korn. Jonathan Davis, great guy.
Oh, yeah.
Love him.
Yep.
I've heard the 7-string bass. I've heard all the
It's the
songs.
guitars, not the bass. The
whole
bass
thing.
is standard.
They've never been my band.
Uh-huh.
I love Limp Bizkit. I respect Deftones. I like bands of that ilk. Never been a giant Korn guy. Not that they're bad. Never been my band. Olivia Rodrigo, over the last year, has been on stage performing with David Byrne of Talking Heads and Robert Smith of The Cure. Despite being a 23-year-old girl, I think she might be the coolest person on the planet. I think she rocks. I think her music is good. And I don't appreciate getting told that I should go back to B96 because I want to see Olivia Rodrigo instead of Korn. I think it's a perfectly normal thing for a guy like me to feel.
I've almost never seen a comment section on Q101 like this before. It's fun.
You got called a communist.
I did
Yeah.
get called a communist.
He got called a communist. And somebody said Case, I believe the whole phrase was something that every day I learn more and more about Case. And then now I have to just keep saying why.
Yes. The
Why?
more I learn about him, the more I say why.
And, it's okay to have these different opinions and strong opinions. I'd also say, since Korn is on the Big T-Mobile stage and Olivia Rodrigo is on the Bud Light stage, 10 minutes apart.
10 minutes, 20. Ooh, big park.
Well, I mean, 10 minutes from their starting times.
Oh, I gotcha.
Yeah, 10 minutes. It's about 2 miles, I think, from stage to stage. If you had better cardio, you could see a little of both.
If I wasn't such a fat ass, I could make the jog over.
I didn't say
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, sorry. No, that's not what we said.
that. Kenzie said that. I didn't say that.
No.
I mean, at least you get to see the beginning because they're going to open with the ba-dum-ba-bum-ba-bum. Are you ready? You could see Blind, and then you could run and see Olivia Rodrigo. After you see Blind, that'll be a 10-minute version of Blind when they open up.
I could do that.
You could do that.
But I'm really locked in on, I want to see Olivia Rodrigo. There's a chance that Tim from Rise Against could come out and play with her. There's a chance Billy Corgan could fly across the pond and come out and play with her.
She does have the appreciation of rock artists.
It could be Liz Phair. I don't know what she's going to do, but I feel like there's going to be a special guest there and a special Chicago Q101 approved guest there.
I see. I'm going to have Cases back a little bit here. She's not a traditional top 40 artist. He didn't put his face next to Sabrina Carpenter. Relax.
But he'd like
okay?
to.
Well, he'd like to put his face somewhere else. So Sabrina Carpenter, that's a completely different conversation.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay. God. You just start putting the eggplant emoji on this list, too?
Yeah.
His face is what you should see. His eggplant emoji. Never mind.
Yeah.
I just think she's cool. I don't know what to tell you.
Well, just so you know, in case you're not in the know, like Robert Smith of The Cure got up with her and sang Friday I'm in Love just a few weeks ago. Wasn't that a few weeks ago?
It was. And if you're good enough for Robert Smith, you're good enough for me.
However, the Korn people don't understand this, and I can understand that they don't understand it. I get
God,
that.
I hope that I would be great if they came out together, Korn and Olivia.
I would love that.
What would that sound like? I don't know exactly what that would sound like. It'd be kind of crazy, and I know I can get my mashup skills together, but I wanted to try something else. Because they'll be, if you're at the right point in Grant Park, they'll be in complete straight opposite stages, about a mile apart. And you're in your car right now. If you're not listening on the app, this isn't going to work because you don't have right speaker, left speaker. But if you're in your old school radio right now, if you want to hear Olivia Rodrigo, pan your radio to the left. Because I have her in the left channel, but I have Korn in the right channel. We're trying a little experiment here. We all wear headphones, so we're going to hear this. I'll play 10 seconds of it, and you get to see which one you'd enjoy more.
This would be like standing at, what's the fountain called? Buckingham Fountain?
Yes.
That's the middle of Grant Park. That's where you want to be if you want to experience
So you're
this.
at the fountain, you're like
Yes.
eating a corn dog.
Yes.
Right.
And this is what you're going to hear.
This is what it will sound like. See, then you got to decide which direction you're going to go. So far,
That
which,
sounded so good.
both sounded good, you like?
I like that was good together.
Let's keep it going. I just want to make sure it's not a mashup. I didn't fully, this isn't a mistake mashup. People come at me for my production skills. I just panned one to the left, Rodrigo to the left, Korn to the right. We can keep going that way all day if you want. Play songs, two different songs at the same time all
I
the
don't want to
time.
do that. That's bad for the show.
You know, so that's how it's going to sound at Buckingham Fountain. What are you
I
going to
mean,
do?
Olivia's voice is good. Very angsty. I like her.
And Jonathan Davis is a powerful
Famously
growl.
angsty.
Oh. It's too bad they can't get on stage together.
You know, it depends what you're in the mood for. Are you in a male angst mood or a female angst mood? And Kay is a little female angsty as a person.
Traditionally and very female angsty.
Very
I think
feminine.
it's not right to judge him for that.
Very feminine. We asked you the question, if you there's a band that people make fun of you for liking, keep texting those in, 312-591-8300. You just get made fun of, and it's bizarre to be made fun of for a band you love, but it happens. It's where it goes. 312-591-8300.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. This is Lollapalooza. Korn, Olivia Rodrigo. Which do you choose? People on the app probably can't figure out what's going on because I don't think the app pans right and left in your earbuds. I'm not sure.
Well, my ears aren't separating these headphones.
They're not separated. Mine are separated in my headphones, right to
Mine
left.
aren't. I'm hearing both.
You're hearing both, but you hear one in one channel and one in the right.
I don't
right?
think. Wait, hold on. I'll take the headphone off.
Okay, so it is
Wait,
Korn.
go.
It's Korn in the right channel. It's Olivia Rodrigo in the left channel.
Yeah.
Why is it going? Okay. You're getting both?
I'm getting both and both.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I just took one of my headphones off.
I don't know. That's fine. I'm hearing both. You're hearing a pan, right, Case?
I am. I think if the goal was to create an uncomfortable listening experience for the listener, whether it's panned or not, it's working.
That's what I tried to do.
So mission accomplished by you, sir.
I will tell you, in case you need to do this, you want to see Olivia Rodrigo, fine. I don't think you've ever seen Korn.
No, I feel like my dad's yelling at me. I don't know what you're about to say.
I am. Sit down and shut up. Listen, you have to see at least 10 minutes of Korn because it's life-changing. Korn Live will change your life. It's nothing you ever expected. It's a sound it does to your body, those 7-string guitars and the crunch, his voice. They are something so unique that you have to see at least 10 minutes of it.
When
That's
did
all
you
I'm
see
asking.
Korn for the first time? Was it like a Family Values or an Ozfest?
It was just Korn. I saw them actually.
Just Korn.
I just saw them on their own tour, going way back to the late 90s and seeing Korn. And when they did Blind, like I said, it changed my life. I'm pretty sure it was at the Aragon. So they're too big for that now. But that's when I saw them. It's life-changing. And it affects your brain. I think it changes your brain forever after seeing Korn.
Do you want my brain changed?
Could use a little change.
Oh, really? Okay.
So sit down and shut up and go see Korn. Damn you. And mow the lawn. We asked people to text in on bands that get made fun of for just liking, which is, kind of at the end of the day, it's a weird situation. Brookfield check-in. I get crapped on for liking Creed. Thanks for checking in from Brookfield. Kenzie loves Creed.
I do. Absolutely. Who doesn't love Creed? Everyone's a liar.
Well, as I said, history, there's been revisionist history. Creed was popular, then people were embarrassed to say they like Creed and Limp Bizkit, those bands, Nickelback, and then now it's all okay to say it again. This whole 15-year arc happened, and now it's okay.
Don't let people decide for you, okay? You would like Creed. Don't be embarrassed.
Now, I see one here that I was about to ask you, Case, as producer, to book this band. They're playing Riot Fest. I get ripped on for liking Hanson. And I'm not talking about just the bop.
But there's other songs?
There's a lot of other songs, and I need them in the studio when they come around for Riot
I
Fest.
love Hanson. Who doesn't love Hanson?
Well, again, you say that, but there's a lot of people that would hate on you for liking Hanson, like I get hated on for it.
Well, I just don't think about Hanson. I don't feel strongly about them one way or the other, but why? What do you need to ask them at Riot Fest?
I need to ask, well, not Riot Fest. I want them in the studio.
Okay.
I want them here to perform live.
Okay. All right.
I need the inspiration of Where's the Love. I need that inspiration for that song.
Good to know. All right. I'm working on Tom Morello, but I'll put him to the side. By the way, he's Ticket Blitz Thursday tomorrow, kicking off at 8 o'clock, but I'll put Tom Morello to the side so I can try to book Hanson in the studio.
Can you multitask?
I cannot. You know that.
Wait, if we're going to get somebody from Riot Fest in studio, I prefer it's Weird Al.
I can try to do that.
Okay, 3 things.
Okay.
Hanson, Weird Al, Tom Morello.
Tom Morello still top the list for me. My biggest focus is getting Tom Morello in
But
studio.
mine is Weird Al.
Okay.
And mine is Hanson, although I love Tom. We shouldn't be ranking them. They can all come in.
Do you want me to get them all 3 at the same time?
Yes. Now we're cooking with gas.
We don't have that many mics.
And we'll figure it out.
Okay.
312-591-8300. You can keep checking in with bands. Now, someone just texted in Creed sucks.
Okay, he's getting blocked, Mark. Now you can't win anything. Look at that.
Also a check-in from
Not a good call.
There's a big war in Brookfield over Creed. That's also a Brookfield text. Head to headlines on the way, the funniest headlines of the week. We narrow it down to 2. You decide which story we break down. Head to headlines coming up in 10 minutes.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101, and it is Head to Headlines. There's hundreds, sometimes even thousands of hilarious headlines each week. But we do the work for you. We narrow it down. It's kind of like the noise on the internet. We've got it streamlined for you for the best content. But you decide the content. We've narrowed it down to 2 headlines. So Head to Headlines means we give you both headlines. Based on the headline alone, which story you want to hear more about. Hear us break it down. The rub is we'll never talk about the other story again, and it gets scrubbed from the internet. We have our friends at Google take it all off. You can't find it anywhere, so you'll never hear about what happens in the other story. I might make an argument that these 2 headlines could be the biggest face-off of 2025 so far.
Really?
This is a tough one. Choose wisely. So don't text when you hear the first headline. Wait till you hear both. So headline number 1. Come with me, Chuck E. Florida police arrest mascot for credit card fraud as children look on. Now, I will clarify that's Chuck E. Cheese mascot. So he says, come with me, Chuck E. He just doesn't say the last name, Cheese.
Mr. Cheese.
He doesn't say Mr. Cheese. So I want to make it clear who we're talking about there. It's the mascot of Chuck E. Cheese getting arrested for credit card fraud as children look on.
That's terrifying.
They couldn't have waited. Come on.
No. He could have got out the back door. And, certainly not recognizable after he takes off the costume. So come with me, Chuck E. Florida police arrest mascot for credit card fraud as children look on. That's headline number 1, but don't text yet. Because here's headline number 2. Subway manager locks up 10-year-old girl in store for walking on floor he just mopped, said officials. No, you need it again?
Oh, my God.
Here we go, one more time. Subway manager locks up 10-year-old girl in store for walking on floor he just mopped.
So that's not good.
We'll let it set in for a minute.
That's a guy who had had it up to here that day. You know what I mean? Like, was that the straw that broke the camel's back?
So you decide, text in headline 1 or headline 2. Which story you want to hear us break down, which one you want to hear more about. You'll never hear about the other story again, so choose very wisely. It's Brian and Kenzie on Q101, Head to Headlines.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101, Head to Headlines. We do it every Wednesday at 8:20. We start it there anyway with narrowing down the funniest headlines of the week to 2. And then we give them to you, and you decide the content of the show, which story intrigues you more to be broken down by us, Brian, Kenzie, and Case. So headline number 1 was, come with me, Chuck E. Florida police arrest mascot for credit card fraud as children look on. I got made fun of on the text line saying, thanks for clarifying it was Chuck E. Cheese. I thought it was Chuck E. Pepperoni. So
Our text line's very sassy today.
yeah, very, very much so.
They really got your ass.
Yeah, they got me. Got him. And headline number 2 was, Subway manager locks up 10-year-old girl in store for walking on floor he just mopped. That one gets funnier by the minute. Now, I thought this was going to be a dead heat because I think both headlines are tremendous. Both stories seem incredibly intriguing. I thought it was a 2025 topper. But, Kenzie, correct me if I'm wrong, headline 2 won by a landslide.
Oh, it was a sweep, baby.
It was a big sweep. So you'll never hear about Chuck E. Pepperoni getting arrested for credit card fraud as children look on. I think people maybe think that's the whole story, but there was a lot of details to it. You'll never know. It's being scrubbed from the internet right now. And before we get into the winner, the Subway, why don't we just do it from Happy Gilmore 2 breaking a record on Netflix for an opening weekend, but it's the scene from the original Happy Gilmore about Subway.
I failed, okay? Let me just sit here and enjoy the one thing that makes me a little bit happy. This fresh, delicious, tasty, meaty, turkey-filled, cold-cut combo. I eat 3 every day to help keep me strong.
Hey, Happy! Can I have one of those? Coming right up!
Talk about a hole-in-one.
Subway sandwiches will drive away your hunger.
Great pun there. We'll drive away your hunger, you see?
With the driver.
Yeah.
Thank you,
That's
Kenzie.
funny.
Got it.
That's funny.
All
you know
right.
what? Not everyone could see the commercial. It's visual.
That's right.
God forbid I help out.
So here we go. Headline number 2 is your winner. You chose this content. Subway manager locks up 10-year-old girl in store for walking on floor he just mopped, said officials.
How sick is like the PR department of Subway of seeing 10-year-old girl, pop up on the news for them. They're like, we gotta stay away from these kids, man.
Yeah. Also, Kenzie, you should pull up the story and see the mugshot of the manager. It does help. I know we're in radio at this point. We'll post it on our socials. A Subway manager in Florida, I know, was arrested after locking a 10-year-old girl in the back room after she walked on a freshly mopped floor in the eatery, according to reports and authorities. So we have an argument on the show about whether Subway is a restaurant or not. I say it's not, of course, but people have zoomed in and sent many DMs of it actually says in their brand on the glass. It says Subway Restaurant. To me, it's not a restaurant because it's a sandwich shop.
Which is a restaurant.
No, it's not.
I don't want to do the whole is a hot dog a sandwich thing. We're above that. You can go to another radio station to have that benign conversation. But like Subway, by definition, is a restaurant. You pay money for food. That's what a restaurant is.
No, a restaurant is white tablecloths and pretty waitresses
By
and
that
things like
definition,
that.
you've never been to a restaurant.
Pretty waitresses. You just sound weird.
That's what a restaurant has. Anyway, let's get back to the story. James Anthony Morris Jr., 33 years old, was nabbed Monday for false imprisonment after the bizarre incident at the sandwich shop in Jacksonville. Law and Crime reported, citing an arrest report from the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office. So we know it's in Jacksonville, Florida. I don't know is Jacksonville considered, like we always hear about Florida, it's Miami, it's Tampa, it's Fort Lauderdale, Panama Beach, and Kenzie, you lived in Florida for a little while.
Mm-hmm.
What is Jacksonville considered from Floridians?
I don't know. Not like my vacation spot.
Yeah, it's just kind of there, right? Jacksonville doesn't have
Yeah.
like much going on.
It's not for me. I wasn't a Jacksonville girl.
I always hear that Jacksonville is the largest city in square footage or miles in the country. So their border is the biggest of any city in the country.
Maybe.
It's not the most populated, but it's the biggest border.
Well, Jacksonville gave us Fred Durst.
Oh.
Should we be thankful? Or,
Yes.
Okay, all right.
Yeah. What were you going to say?
I
No?
don't know. I was genuine question.
I'm
I
thankful.
lived very far from there because I lived in Tampa. So I lived pretty far from
Yeah.
Jacksonville.
I think you just sold me on Jacksonville. Fred Durst. Done. When the mom asked her daughter to apologize, so the mom was playing along with the daughter walking across the freshly mopped floor and upsetting the manager. The mom actually told the daughter, okay, go apologize for doing that. When she did that, as a good parent should do in the situation, Morris allegedly grabbed the girl's hand and dragged her to the back room.
Oh, my God.
What?
God, I can't even imagine his mom would be like, you need to go apologize that your kid's getting dragged into a back room. That would be horrific.
Not only that, he locked the door immediately.
And also, what's in a Subway back room? Nothing good.
The mop, I assume? That
Well,
he used?
I guess that makes sense.
I mean, I don't know. Extra
I don't know. Probably actually all the
Ingre-
toppings. I mean, I'd be eating this up if I got locked in there.
You could at least survive a while. Then when Morris brought her to the room, he even gripped her hand even tighter and told her that her parents were trash and terrible people. What do you say to that, Kenzie? You almost couldn't talk. You're hyperventilating over there.
Oh my God. That's kind of funny.
Are you relating to this guy? Is this something you're seeing yourself doing at this point?
No, but you could tell he just snapped. Like, I remember being a waitress, and I was a waitress at Famous Dave's, and these parents would give their little kid a corn muffin that they would just smash against the table and throw all over the floor, and they'd be like, Sally. And I'm like, I hate all of you. I have to clean that up.
So whatever happened to the Subway precursor to this, he gets a pass, is what you're saying, possibly?
I can just tell he's over it, man. He doesn't care.
Everybody that watches The Bear and relates to working in a restaurant right now is probably siding with our guy here.
Oh my God, that's funny.
So again, just to clarify where we're at.
Parents are trash.
To clarify where we're at, 10-year-old girl entered the store with the mom, stepped in an area of wet floor the guy just freshly mopped. Mom asks the daughter to apologize. He grabs her hand, drags her to the back room, locks the door, calls her parents trash and terrible people. That's where we're at in the story.
You were asking what the reputation for Jacksonville is. Alan checked into the text line. Jacksonville, hillbillies, meth heads, and criminals.
And Fred Durst, apparently.
Well, one and the same.
So here's where we're at. The daughter's locked in the back room, and I don't know if the daughter ever said, Mommy, he said you're trash and terrible people. So we brought her to the
I
room.
think she's probably just terrified. Could you imagine how excited you were to get like a meatball sub and then this happened?
It's my worst nightmare.
At first, the mother thought the sandwich handler was joking. But panic set in when she couldn't open the door to get her daughter out of the back room. Morris allegedly pushed it shut, sparking a scuffle between himself and the mom.
Well, yeah, that'll do it.
Yeah, trying to get to her daughter. The panicked mom eventually tried to pry the door open and tried to free her daughter while shouting for help. Another Subway employee came into the fray. There's usually a manager and one employee in a Subway.
You walk out for 4 seconds.
You try to take one smoke break.
Guy's out there with his Marlboro Red just going, woo, I'll get back in a minute. I'll deal with that guy. He's having a day. So the other Subway employee told cops he saw Morris pull the girl away, and he heard the, quote, commotion while he was on his smoke break, calling the manager's behavior weird.
Well, he sounds like a real hero.
You think was that normal for him or weird? Weird. It was weird. The girl was trapped for 2 minutes. I later told police she believed she was being kidnapped and, quote, really scared.
I would be too.
I'd be scared.
Not to sound like a little girl, but I'd be terrified if I got locked in a Subway closet.
Yeah, I think the thought of all the ingredients in the subs right next to her didn't sink in, the little girl, that is.
I would have for sure made a sandwich.
Yeah,
I
but
meant finally some peace and quiet.
the sex trafficking later, but right now I can make my own sub.
And sit here in silence and eat it. Now my kids, if they put me in the closet away from my kids, I'm like, okay, cool. I'm just sitting here for a minute.
They open the door and you pull it shut so you can finish your cereal.
Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.